This is sports stuff. Betting stuff.
Ciao.
Alex with a mouthful of chips, ka-chowing.
I also still can't go up.
Going into, recapping week 1 of the NFL, week 2 of the college football season, and heading into week 2 of the NFL season and week 3 of college football. It is time to get excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Back again.
Back to the old salt mine, trying to figure out how to give you all the edge in the betting world by listening to our picks, our best bets, our specialty picks, and the road to 272 bets in the NFL for me and Alex.
Woo!
Are you having fun with it? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you have any regrets?
I have zero regrets at this point. Alex?
What?
I don't have any regrets. Not even one letter.
Not even one letter worth. This is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I am your host, the original degenerate, Muff.
Hello, Muff.
Hello. Tipping my master's cap to you all. Join alongside the Ohio homer, the Ohio degenerate, and the capo of the Midwest Crack House, Jim.
OH.
I know.
I was
Thank
about to
you.
say, if
Thank
Neme
you,
did not support you in that one,
Man,
we're
I'll
about to have
stick
some
to all of
issues.
I'm here.
He is your emotional support human. Also with us, another half of the original degenerate crew, the medical degenerate, Alex.
That's me.
And last but certainly not least, the new addition to the betting show this football season. He is just another degenerate from Cleveland, Neme.
Just here to support Jim as always.
He is here to support Jim and all of those Ohio picks, Ohio State banter, and to serve as a bit of a foil to Alex and me in our plots to destroy Jim in betting.
Yeah.
Correct.
Stated or unstated plots. They exist, Jim. Just know.
Conspiracies.
That's today's a bad day for that. We're also going to give you our Survivor updates in the NFL. We thought there may only be one left standing for a while there, but we will persist to week 2 of the NFL season. As a reminder to any of our new guests, our exclusive betting app is FanDuel.
FanDuel.
FanDuel?
And while there may be other options out there, while there may be some micro cheating, we always come back to FanDuel.
FanDuel.
Micro cheating. I like that.
Now pay us.
Now pay us. Please and thank you. All right, without further ado, let's get into our breakdown of last week's best bets, our specialty picks, and all the other crap that's going on right now with Alex, me, and the Survivor picks. We start with this week's winner, going 4-2, bringing his record to 7-3 for the season, Alex.
Oh, that's me. I went 4-2. I won Iowa State minus 2.5 versus Iowa. Illinois minus 3.5 at Duke. The Commanders minus 5.5 versus the Giants, and the Broncos minus. Thank you. Broncos minus 7.5 versus the Titans. My two losses were the Bengals minus 5.5 at the Browns, and Delaware plus 23.5 at Colorado, which only lost by a point. Delaware lost by 24, so half point.
The hook strikes again, and we will see the hook come back, definitely in Jim's picks. Next, with the 3-3 mark from last week, bringing him to 7-4 overall, is Neme.
Yeah, not a bad week. Bad for my Browns. Terrible loss, but I did hit the Browns plus 5.5. I did sprinkle the money line, as I said on the last show. That hurt, and my fandom, but we'll move on. The Colts beat the Dolphins.
Wait. I have a question. Since you are Jim's emotional support human, do you feel that should be reciprocated in any way?
That's a good point.
It would help, especially at losses like that, for sure.
Yeah.
That was
sorry, buddy.
that was really bad. We'll get to it, but that was awful. Colts by a landslide over the Dolphins. Bucks and Falcons could be a tough loss too. They could have scored at the end and missed a field goal and kind of gross. But Emeka Ibuka, baby, coming on the
That's
scene
right.
strong.
That's right.
That was a loss. UCLA, they're just absolute dump. They almost came back in the fourth quarter and won, but Nico's going to be leaving again probably. So that was 2-2. Missouri, that's a pretty lucky win. Minus the 6.5 over Kansas. They kind of had a big run at the end. They pushed that over the cover, and then I lost the Virginia game by 1.5 against NC State. So 3-3 on the week.
All right. Is Young Ho Koo still a rostered kicker for the Falcons, or did he get dismissed?
He's still there.
Is he? Okay.
Browns
Moody
kicker's
got
still there too.
Yeah, Jake Moody got dismissed from the 49ers.
Yes.
He definitely was dismissed. All right, next, also to 3-3 record, bringing my record to 5-7 overall. My wins: Illinois to cover 3.5 at Duke, Oregon to cover 28.5 hosting Oklahoma State, and the Commanders to cover 5.5 at home against the Giants. Offset by my losses: Florida did not cover, did not win. I had them covering 17.5 in the swamp. That did not transpire. Bad there. I took the Panthers cover 3.5, going to Duval. That was bad as well. And Steelers did not cover the 2.5 in New York. Missed it out by a point, but we take solace in the fact that the Steelers won convincingly enough with their offense.
True.
And last this week, with a 2-4 record, bringing his record to 5-6 overall, is Jim.
Yeah. WVU lost to Ohio. The Steelers minus 2.5. The hook got me. The Patriots minus 2.5 to the Raiders. Don't know what the hell happened there. Patriots had that one in the bag, but nope. Then Ole Miss won the game, and then couldn't handle the business and cover the spread. Thanks, guys.
I tried.
I know you did. I won't let that happen again. My wins are the Illinois minus 3.5 against Duke, and Missouri minus 6.5 against Kansas.
All right, 2 weeks in, we got a short number of games to look at, but Alex on top at 7-3, Neme in second at 7-4, Jim in third at a 5-6 overall record, and I am in the rear, bringing up the back of the train.
The caboose, if you will.
Yes, Alex, the caboose. Next in our specialty picks, starting with the Mike All Stop Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
That boxer sounds like he's under the weather.
That hit. We took the Steelers to cover 2.5, traveling to New York to take on the Jets. That was just barely a loss, but a loss nonetheless, bringing the hit stick pick to 1-1 for the season. Next in the swift kick to the Kill Trav Dick Risky Pick of the Week.
Shake it off.
Oh!
Jesus. Yikes. We took the Falcons money line, hosting the Bucks. Neme has already alluded and stated this could have potentially gone our way if not for some missed opportunities late in the game, bringing the risky pick to 0-2. Next in the Buddy Lay Parlay.
Yippee!
Thank you. That one
That was gonna make you do it again.
Thank you.
We almost put up the goose egg on the parlay this week.
Yeah.
We had the hit stick pick. Steelers cover 2.5 against the Jets. Nope. I tossed in Florida to cover 17.5, hosting USF. No. Jim put in Ole Miss, I believe.
Yeah.
No.
I put in the Giants.
What's that, Alex?
I just wanted everyone to know that I put in the winning leg.
Alex had the sole winning leg as the Commanders covered 5.5. And then
that's why you had the best week, Alex. That's why you had the best week.
I know. Well, I just wanted this one too.
And Neme picked UCLA to cover 2.5, also bad. Restart this week, boys. Restart. Everybody's back in.
The one good
Everybody
thing about having one win of 4 and 4 losses in a parlay is it counts as 0-1 and not 1-4. So a 4 for 5 parlay counts the same as a 1 for 5 parlay. So
That's it.
Yeah.
They only count if you win it.
Yep.
And lastly, in the specialty picks, the addition for this year, Jim's Super Dog.
Super duper.
He took the Titans money line. Took the Titans money line, traveling to the Mile High Stadium. Titans looked like they were going to pull this one out, and the Broncos just said, nah.
They said nay.
Nay, they said. Nay.
That was a good one, Jim. I'll give you that.
0-2.
It's a good one.
0-2. One day, we will have all of these picks hit in the same day, in the same week, and there will be much jubilation.
Much jubilation.
Do we quit after that, or do we keep going?
We never quit, Alex.
FanDuel becomes like our official sponsor.
Yes, that may be the turning point for us. All right. Real quick, we got, I guess, a lot of business to take care of on the bottom end of the notes here. All right, let's go first to Alex and I's road to 272. Alex, we're not going to go through every pick. We are just going to recap our units up or down.
That's a good idea.
So, Alex, you have the benefit of having the best week one. Very, very decidedly so.
I went 9-7 on my 16 picks, and I was up 0.982 units. And I just want to let everyone know I didn't use any fancy computer. I did the math myself.
Proud of you.
Should we trust that then?
Yes, I will show you my math, and you can check it.
what are we doing? Multiplication tables, or what are we doing?
Yeah, what kind of math are you using?
You write down how much you win on each bet and how much you lose on each bet. Add it up to the end and
Divide it by your units. Your unit bet, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
at least I know that the equation is correct.
yes,
I don't know if the work is correct, but the way you got there is correct.
it makes sense. I checked my record because that way I knew, like, okay, 9-7. Yeah, I should be up about almost 1 unit.
All right, Muff, your turn.
That
Come
checks. That checks.
Come on, Rain Man.
Week one for me was not good. I started out well. Thursday and Friday, won them, and then things went very much downhill, and I am down 6.43 units. That's bad.
It's a lot of
Not
season
good.
left.
Not good.
As I tend to say on Saturdays and Sundays in the group chat, there's a lot of game left.
A lot of game left.
There's a lot of season left for the best bets in the roads to 272. In our survivor picks in the NFL week one, we almost had a winner in week one, if not for a Steelers comeback. Jim took the Patriots. Unfortunately, he has been banished from at least week two. It's to be decided what happens in week two.
If we make it past.
If we make it past week two. Alex and Neme both took the Steelers. Again, last-minute win. I was the only one that was pretty locked up most of Sunday. I had the Cardinals, so Alex, Neme, and myself move on to week two for survivor picks in the NFL. All right. This brings us into this week's slate, starting off in the NFL in Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime, Kirk Herbstreit, Al Michaels.
I refuse to start. You've
Talking
not
about
talked
betting?
about the tokens. The tokens at this point are the favorite part of my show.
I
I feel
forgot.
like
You
you
just-
just
you
talk
just-
about the tokens.
You just let us go through the entire last week
Yep.
before you even brought this up.
Yep. I thought, well, I'm going to let him get there.
It's not even me refusing. It's everybody refusing.
I'm bringing up the tokens. Like, we have to do the tokens before we start talking about the game.
All right. Well, let's get into our tokens, our totems, our items of good luck. Everyone's got one. Some work better than others. Jim?
My Egyptian land. And what I think has happened is I had last year's totem on, while talking about this totem. So I'm not wearing the hat this year, and I'm just going to do the Egyptian lamb. And we're going to have good success.
You got Christina Aguilera in there?
I hope.
Nope.
Got to rub her the right way?
Rub her the right way.
All right, Neme?
We're going to still go and try to knock these picks out of the park with a nice
Don't
first
stop
place
waving at us.
softball trophy.
Again.
Good. I will go next.
Keep waving, Alex.
My item of good luck, or items, I guess this is an apparel situation, is I will be representing the Masters throughout this betting season, whether that is this cap, a toboggan, or a quarter zip jacket.
Okay, you're up, Alex.
Alex, you can go now.
Wash,
I
wash,
have
and
my
boom.
green flag of victory. Green for go, green for cash. It is my green towel. Rally towel.
Rally up. All right, into this week's NFL games. In Thursday Night Football, we have the Commanders,
Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum.
favored by 3.5, traveling to Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Point line of 48.5. Packers definitely impressed week 1.
They look good.
So do the
They
Commanders,
look
though.
I'm not to say I think we expected the Commanders to perform in week 1. I don't think we expected the Packers to do what they did.
Not
So
look like that.
No, correct. I feel like I don't know, the betting markets may be overreacting slightly to the Packers after only 1 week.
That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah,
But this is a Thursday game.
Staying away. For that very reason.
definitely not a best bet, but feels like maybe a decent commander spot potentially.
FanDuel's offering me a bonus. What's FanDuel say?
FanDuel's whatever will get Jim to bet on this game is what FanDuel says.
It's that jackpot thing. And $50 or 50% profit boost.
There we go.
It may
FanDuel?
get some money.
They may get some money. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from this too. Thursday Night Football. Just, yeah. This will be a fun game to watch, and I will watch it. But
To be fair,
that,
you're not allowed to stay away from it.
Yes.
That is true. You are going to have to bet on it.
I'm staying. Oh, that's true. I'm staying away in the best bet category.
Fair
Right.
enough. Fair enough.
Right. If I say I'm staying away, it's for best bet considerations. All NFL games have to have a bet placed.
Yes.
All right. Next, we'll get into Sunday football, starting with another AFC North showdown. The biggest line of the week. The Browns at the Ravens. Ravens favored by 11.5, over under 45.5.
Seems a little disrespectful, but that was a really bad loss by the Ravens, and they're gonna come out with their pants on fire, and it could get ugly. So it seems disrespectful, but I understand why it's like that. So
Yeah,
not a bet for me.
yeah. I don't know if there's an overreaction to anything here. Speaking of the Browns, stayed in there with the Bengals, and the Ravens lost a close one to the Bills. I feel like this is probably a true line of where Vegas thinks it's going to be.
Yeah, it feels like a decent over spot. The Browns just played that Bengals so tight and close, and I don't know. Like I think Flacco will get to slinging it around, and he can throw some picks and lead to points. So seems like maybe
some picks.
he didn't throw enough picks last week, so he's going to throw
Gotta get
some.
him in.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I'm going to be looking at this game in a best bet situation. Line's too big, but if I were to lean any direction, I would probably honestly lean the Ravens to cover.
Neme mad.
That's not fair. Don't talk shit on the Browns.
There we go, Jim.
There we go. There we go.
It's not talking shit if it happens.
I'm just backing my boy up.
Okay. Anybody have thoughts on this game?
Does deserve blind loyalty from you, Jim.
Thank you.
No, I don't have any thoughts as far as best bets go.
All right. Moving on, the Rams, minus 5.5, traveling to Tennessee to take on the Titans, over under 41.5.
Leave me the fuck alone with this. I don't want anything to do with it.
I like the Rams here. I don't know if I like the best bet or not, but
Yeah, I would lean in that direction if required to take the spread bet one way or the other. But yeah, I'm going to stay away from the best bet side.
Did you see over-unders last week where like there was one over on like the 1 o'clock slate, and it was the Pittsburgh and Jets game, which had the lowest over-under
Right.
betting
I was
line.
gonna say, yeah.
So maybe this week we get some overs, figuring they moved the kickoff to 35 and all that. You would think they would, have more scoring, but I don't know. Maybe it feels like another possible over spot. I don't know, but Cam Ward didn't look too good in his debut, in my opinion, and playing against the Rams defense ain't going to get much better for him. So.
Yep, that's good thoughts there. Next, the Bears at the Lions. Lions favored by 6.5. 47.5 is the points mark.
Not a best bet, but a point of interest. I blindly and by mistake, in a fit of rage, trying to get my money back, I bet the Lions minus 5.5 on Sunday.
Never
In
chase
this
your
game.
losses.
Like I was just hitting buttons. So I have a money bet on this already. Lions minus 5.5
Nice.
On accident.
on accident.
Well,
Looks
you
like
got the right.
got some line value.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
some closing line value, Jim. Something that you have been lacking in recent
I know.
memory. So good for you, buddy. You're on the right
Thanks.
side of that one.
Thanks.
I'm definitely leaning Lions to cover in this. The way that the Bears ended their game on Monday night on a shorter week playing against the Lions team that I think needs to bounce back a bit.
I agree.
The Lions losing both coordinators kind of scares me. They looked really bad first game.
agree.
Yeah, so I need to see it before I put my hard-earned cash behind it. So probably stay away from me.
What about
Fair.
the under?
Yeah,
Possible.
sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Next, the Bills favored by 6.5. Traveling to the Meadowlands, take on the Jets. 46.5 is the point line.
I really want the Bills to cover here.
I
That's where I want to
also
lean.
am leaning very heavily in that direction. This very well may be a best bet. The last two, Lions to cover, Bills to cover, may very well be best bets for me.
Do you think that's because the Jets are just coming off like a high of having a decent game?
I think it's because the Bills are that good.
Okay.
To Alex's point, Justin Fields looked the best he's looked in 3 to 4 years. Maybe they just had 3 months to game plan for week 1, and now
Yes.
he takes
That's
a
what I'm
step
saying.
back.
Like it was
Yeah.
almost like beginner's luck in a way.
Sort of. It did seem that way. So
Had all their chips in on that game, and when they crapped out, it may leave them reeling.
yeah, the team might start. They were like at the top, all pumped up, like we're gonna beat Steelers, and then they just lost like that. And now they're gonna go right in the shitter. So yeah,
The Jets are going to
feels
jet.
that way.
Right. Next, we have the Giants traveling to Jerry World to take on the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 5.5. Over under 44.5. I want no part of any of this. Although I will have to have a part in it. I don't want it.
I think that do the Cowboys get a win here?
The line says so. Yes, 5.5 point spread favorite.
Yes, no, I got that much of it, but do we think that the line's right?
Do I think the line's right?
I haven't said it.
I would.
I think-
I like the over. I told myself I'm betting a bunch of Cowboys overs this year because once they lost Micah and stuff, their defense already
I think
sucks.
the over's a good pick.
Not to sway Alex in any which way or Muff in any which way. I did.
I don't. Mine are already locked in down there. We're good to go.
Oh, I didn't even look. Only
Yeah.
Jim looks at picks.
I haven't yet. I
Today?
haven't. Today, yeah.
Today.
Wow.
Today.
New
Well,
league.
I just created this today, so that speaks volumes.
I know. I'm proud of me.
Proud of you, buddy. Proud of you too, buddy. 49ers favored by 3, traveling to New Orleans to take on the Saints. 49ers will be without George Kittle. They will be without Brock Purdy.
Too many injuries on the 49ers side. Saints suck. No, thank you.
You know who's going to be starting for the 49ers?
Who's that?
Mac Jones.
Who?
Who?
Mac Jones.
Who?
Yo.
So, yeah, we've got a bit of a wild card in play real quick to see if there's any change from what he did and didn't do in Jacksonville. I'm leading the Niners just because the Saints, I think, are just that bad.
I think the under.
It's not a bad thought
not
either.
bad.
Not a bad thought either. All right, the Dolphins favored by 1.5, hosting the Patriots. Over under 43.5. Until further notice, I will fade the Dolphins.
Yeah, I was just gonna say best bet likely Patriots plus 1.5.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed. I think Vrabel needs to come up, and for my futures bet, like I need him to come up.
Need to offset
Sources.
that Kansas City early cash out.
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to bet the money line on that.
There's some sources saying on Twitter that Tyreek's under a new investigation for domestic violence. Another one.
I did see that. See that.
Well, he has like 16 kids, so did he like hit one of them or the baby mom?
I'm not sure exactly.
That was a
what
very
happened.
Steeler like fan response to that.
I mean, like I'm not. Obviously, I'm very much against either one. I just wondered where we were
Right,
at.
but I mean, like that would be a Steeler fan comment, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm a Steeler fan, so I guess I'll notice.
That's unlike you. You're not typically a Yinzer like from the pocket kind of guy.
Which doesn't. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Jim, but it's not like the Dolphins or Tyreek Hill are like Steelers adversaries.
Right, but I mean, like Alex doesn't typically shoot straight from the hip like that.
Gotcha.
It just came out.
I know. I felt it.
He's passionate about this. Yeah. So fade the Dolphins until further news. Jags at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 3.5. Over under 49.5.
Bengals come back from the bad week. Burrow's never good in week one.
Yeah,
Proved it
that's
again.
fair.
And now I think they beat the shit out of the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars stink. So
I feel that. I like that. I'm not.
Thinks they're good.
What's that?
Ugh.
I think you think they're good.
The Jags?
Yes.
I mean, they did not demonstrate that in week one. I will, if I have ever said I think the Jags are going to be good, they did not show me that in week one.
I feel like you're like, yeah, I think they're going to be good. I think you're underestimating it. Or were you talking about the Panthers?
I was talking about the Panthers, 100%.
Okay, I couldn't remember that.
Not the
I
Jags.
digress. I take it back.
Yeah.
I really feel like the Bengals could
The
win.
word you want is retract.
I feel like they
Yeah, I
win
think
like
that's the word I
40.
was looking for.
Sorry, Neme, go ahead.
No, you're good. I feel like the Bengals could win like 40. Like if you saw Bengals 40, Jags 10, you wouldn't blink an eye. I don't. That line seems bad. But what do I know?
The books know something that we don't know. That's
Right.
100% positive all of the time. Next, the Seahawks traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Over under 39.5. Still the lowest point total for the week.
Put some respect on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I would look at the over. I would look at the Steelers to cover. I mean, right now, the unknown week to week right now is the Steelers' defense. Their defensive backfield situation. They just signed Jabril Peppers. There may be some growing pains on the defensive side of the ball for the Steelers over the next few weeks.
Why do the Steelers like to sign ex-Browns players all the time?
I mean, Jabril Peppers was most recently playing for the Patriots.
Yeah, but I'm saying it just seems like Joe Hayden. It just seems like they always sign Browns players after.
Neme, welcome to the show where Muff just plays contrarian to anything you have to say.
It's fair. Hey, if he's going to come, I'll have to just give examples. I have no problem with that. No problem.
Just get ready for it.
Here's the difference between you and Jim, Neme. I say something like that. Jim gets upset and emotional. You actually come back and tell me why. That may not be exactly the case.
15 years of this shit.
Yeah, Mind you, I knew Muff more than I knew Muff 15 years ago, but kind of, sort of about that.
Yeah,
so
about that time. You're right.
Just a little bit less words exchanged between us than you.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. There we go. Broncos minus 2.5 traveling to Indianapolis to take on a Colts team that didn't look bad with old Mr. Daniel Jones.
I don't think the Broncos are good either. I'm fading the Broncos.
For sure. 100%.
I'm just not a fan. I just don't think they're good.
So
I'm leaning the Broncos.
Fading, or are you just talking about fading?
I have a lot of bets right now.
Shotgun blast it is.
I'm getting real close to that.
All right. I share that sentiment, though, Jim, that I'm unsure about the Broncos being competitive week to week. Maybe a bit of an overreaction on the Colts, especially against a bad Miami team. But I think the Colts were the front runners last week to be the team to look out for.
Colts play well at home too. Obviously, West Coast, East Coast stuff doesn't matter as much in the NFL, but especially in a dome. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good game. That's one of the better games to watch of the week for sure.
Yeah. Next, Panthers at the Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 6.5. 43.5 is the points number.
I think the Cardinals take care of business here.
I have podcast PTSD with the Cardinals,
Yeah, we did get hurt a few years ago.
so I don't fuck with them.
I mean, I think I should have just stayed to my early season thoughts on the Cardinals, right? The Cardinals play good until like week 6, 7, or 8.
Until Call of
The
Duty
minute
comes
I
out.
buy into that shit, it's when they burn you.
November 10th or something, I thought I saw.
Is that okay? So we have a date. We have a date to look
Last
at.
week,
November 10th.
last week you brought it up, and I looked it up, but we kind of moved past the game, so I just let it go. And I thought I saw November 10th or something like that.
All right, boys. We got about 6 weeks left.
So I think I better take the Cardinals while I can.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm leaning that direction 100% for the required bet.
Get them while
TB.
they're getting good.
Get them while the getting's good early on. Next to the Eagles, -1.5 traveling to Arrowhead. Over under 46.5. Marquee matchup of the week.
No, thank you.
The over.
Over. Remember, we'll have Jalen Carter on the field likely, unless he does something stupid
Well,
again.
I don't trust him not to do something stupid at this rate.
I don't know. What's next? What's next after you spit on somebody? What's like the next thing you can do aside
Spit
from
on
throw
it again.
hands?
At least he didn't Ndamukong Suh step on somebody's head.
I think, do you think, okay, I know this is more of a regular show topic, but do you think that they said that him having to sit out that whole game would serve as a 1-game suspension? It would count. Do you think that's fair? He should get another one.
No, that counts.
I mean, he technically didn't play a snap.
Yeah, but, okay. But if he was ejected after the first play of the game.
Yeah, to Alex's point, an ejection and a suspension are
To me, they're different.
Two different words, yes. Two different things. Yeah.
But
I
Good
agree.
question.
I digress. I just was thinking that myself the other day.
Yeah, I'm probably going to lean over under for my required bet here. Falcons at the Vikings. Vikings favored by 3.5 over to 44.5.
Give me the Falcons.
I don't think you're wrong there.
Falcons plus 3.5 here.
I'd say the
mean-
Vikings looked like shit for 3.5 quarters. So I don't know what happened. I actually fell asleep and I woke up and I was like, what the hell happened? So I don't even. What was that? Oh, I don't even know.
Obligatory gym TikTok. Got it.
Yep.
Busted.
You got to get one in per podcast, Jim. So it's all good.
That's
That was
right.
He gets him in. Don't worry. I think what's steering me away from the Falcons is Brian Flores' defense versus, for all intents and purposes, a rookie quarterback.
Fair.
That would be what would steer me away from that consideration. So we'll see. We'll see where things end up there. And Sunday Night Football, we have the Texans hosting the Bucks. Texans favored by 2.5 over under 42.5. Jim, Cade Stover broke his foot.
Broke his foot. And then you had CJ coming out saying the practice last week is why they lost, because they lollygagged through practice. I'm a little worried about the culture in Texas land and the injuries. I will not be betting on this game.
Yeah, all of that is the reasons why I'm leaning towards the Bucks to cover.
Yeah.
Give me Bucks and the points versus a Texans team that it needs to show something.
Yeah. Do something.
Do something. I'm with Muff on this one.
There
By
we go.
me.
And in Monday Night Football, the Chargers favored by 3, traveling to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Over under 46.5.
Hammering the Chargers.
I feel like everyone's hammering the Chargers, and this line is going to creep up to like 4.5 by Sunday.
Hammering it now.
What did it open at?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I can't imagine that it opened
at
lower
3.
than.
Opened
Yeah.
at 3, up to 3.5.
Is it already up to 3.5?
We're already at 3.5.
Sorry, I'm looking at a random. I looked at ESPN. I don't know on FanDuel.
Don't look at FanDuel. Keep it at 3, guys.
Yep. In fact, I'm gonna bet that son bitch right the fuck now.
Well, shit, you're gonna move it to 4. Chill. No, I'm just
I ain't
kidding.
getting hooked
You're
again.
gonna move it to 4. I don't know if Jim's units betting are gonna move it to 4, Neme.
I'm about $100 on it. Fuck you.
That still won't
Receipts.
move it. That still won't move
Receipts. Receipts.
it. You want
That's all I
maybe
want.
$5,000 might move it. Maybe not even that.
Receipts, Jim. Receipts. All right, that wraps up some discussion on the NFL games this week. Brings us into the college football world. If anybody has any games to add, feel free.
There's really not much.
We will start Friday, where we have the Buffaloes minus their famous mascot, or at least this rendition of their famous mascot, having been retired. Do we put a buffalo out to pasture and not like we kill them, but we put them out to pasture?
I don't know.
I don't know what
Buffalo
we do.
burgers are good.
Right. I agree.
I think he's just going to live his life. I don't think he's getting killed or slaughtered.
He's what was it? Indifference to running was like the statement.
I understand, honestly. You'd have to put me in a farm because I don't want to run either.
Playing Houston at Houston.
I have a
favored
question.
by 4.5.
I have a question.
Yes.
Jim, did you have this FanDuel, since the show's sponsored by FanDuel, aka
No, we're not sponsored. We just they're our exclusive betting app. I don't think we can say that they sponsor us.
whatever. we like FanDuel here on this show. There's that better. It says FanDuel Pro bet with benefits. Did you see that?
I did not.
It popped up for me. It says you have to pay them $30 a month, and you get every month you get a $30 100% deposit match. You get unlimited profit boost. You get a 5%ers on straight bets, 15%ers on parlays.
I feel like you're
And
getting scammed.
And it sure does. And you get priority support from their highly trained reps. You don't have to wait in line for help.
I feel like
So
you're getting scammed.
$30 a month to bet? What are we doing here?
It's
But you
$30.
get $30 back. Is what?
I mean, you get it back in probably a bonus bet or something. It's a deposit match. So you can't, that's, I don't know. Anyway, that
I feel like
popped up on my phone.
this is like the plateau or the tier between regular ass amateur bettor and VIP. They like try to hook you in with this pro membership, and then you do it for like 2 or 3 years or throughout a football season, and they're like, he bid on this. Let's see if we can get that money up, and then we'll offer him VIP status. It seemed like a bargain.
If somebody's betting like $20,000 a month, what do they care about $30 and they could talk to a rep and whatever? I guess so. Not for me.
So, not for you. Houston favored by 4.5, hosting Colorado over under 44.5. Alex, I just wanted to see if you were going to stick true here.
Oh, I am. Houston minus 4.5.
Lock it in.
Yep, lock it in. Best bet. Already put it down.
Jim, did you know that?
I almost.
So yes, Jim looked.
No, I didn't know he was going to do that. I almost went with the Houston minus 4.5, and then I did a little recon, and
your recon is
Colorado with the points will cover.
What's your recon?
Houston will win, but getting those points is sketchy for me.
Was this ChatGPT recon, or did you actually
No, I did. I looked on all the sites, and I did the recon.
All right. Next, Kansas State favored by 1.5 at Arizona, over under 54.5. I think I'm going to lock in Arizona, maybe even money line here. Kansas State traveling to Arizona. Kansas State's looks like the absolute dog shit. Arizona. I'm not saying Arizona's a world beater, but there is nothing that Kansas State has shown me that leads me to believe they should be favored in this game.
Tough. I feel like you're buying, the Kansas State's almost bottomed out at this point in line value. I don't know. It's tough. That's a stay away for me.
Yeah, I'm staying away.
New Mexico at UCLA. UCLA favored by 15.5, over under 52.5. Obviously, as Neme stated, UCLA came on late in their last game. Still not sure if that's enough with me. I'm leaning to take New Mexico plus the points here.
Probably
No.
I'd probably lean the other way.
Yeah.
But again, that 15.5 line little dangled out there over the touchdown, over like 15.5 is a weird line. You don't see that too often.
It's definitely a college people go for 2 or mix extra points
yeah.
line.
Could UCLA? Would you be surprised if you saw UCLA 40, New Mexico 10? Probably not. So
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not expect it given the first 2 games of the season. So
Fair.
remember, you got burned last week by UCLA.
Yes, I did.
What are you thinking here?
I'd go back to them, but I don't believe I'm going to go back in a best bet. But
this week, yeah.
Who could say?
When Saturday morning rolls around, you crack that first beer before noon. You prepare to drink all day because you can't do that unless you start before noon. Get a morning beer in. Let's do it. Moving into Saturday college football. Starting off our slate, Clemson favored by 2.5 at Georgia Tech, over to 52.5. Jim?
It's Georgia Tech, so I can't. I have to stay true to my guns.
But
I think Georgia Tech covers.
Sad Dabo.
I think Georgia Tech, money line here.
Not as a best bet, but as this is what Jim does before kickoff.
Yeah, because I can't. I have the rule. I can't.
The rule.
The rule wins. Any other thoughts here?
Not really.
Nope.
Okay. Sad Dabo.
Actually, wait. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Clemson, Georgia Tech. That's the one you were talking about? I think this line has gotten a little bit... Okay, it opened at 7 or 6, and it's gotten all the way down to 2.5. And I think that's a Clemson buy point. So that's all I have to say about that. But, yeah.
All right. Next, Wisconsin at Alabama. Alabama favored by 20.5 points.
That just seems a bit much.
I have yet to get into the Wisconsin stratosphere to understand what's going on there.
I'm going to take Wisconsin. I'm just going to trust my gut here. I don't think Alabama's that good. I don't think Wisconsin's that bad. I think 22.5.
Yeah, I like that feeling.
That just going with my... Honestly, I don't have a great statistical reasoning. I just feel like I'm probably going to get burnt on it, but I'm going with it.
Alex, do you feel it in your plums?
I feel it in my plums. It's time.
All right. Oregon minus 28.5 at Northwestern, over under 48.5. Hammer Oregon.
Yeah, most definitely. I might even do an alternate spread.
Ooh, how high are you willing to go, Jim?
31.
All right. Make it 30.5.
This was one of those games last week that after, come Saturday, I was like, oh, it's Oregon time. And I bet I had a decent amount of stuff, but didn't get to them on the show. But, yeah, they're cooking right now, to say the least.
Up next, a marquee matchup, at least in this part of the country, the Backyard Brawl. Pitt traveling to Morgantown, West Virginia. Pitt favored by 7.5, over under 57.5. Alex and I will be in attendance.
We will be. We'll be in attendance. My final word on the matter.
Alex is preparing for the game. Told me that our seats are in the gold section of the stripe situation.
Yep.
What does that mean?
That means we were supposed to wear gold because it's like a blue gold stripe.
Yeah. The last year during Stripe at the Stadium, I think it was the Penn State game. So Muff was in Navy, even though we were gold season. But that was understandable. It was his team. And I told him that if his Zero jersey came in and he wanted to wear his Navy jersey because he got a nice new jersey, I would not fault him for it.
Alas, it's still en route from China, I believe, so I will not have that jersey. So I will probably go buy a gold shirt and not wear my Navy Pat McAfee jersey.
Pitt opened -2 all the way to -7. A lot of that has to do with the injuries that West Virginia had.
Yeah. That's why. I mean, honestly, that's the wind out of the sails. But I mean, I'm going in hyped. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah,
just not going to steal it. What?
they could easily turn their season around. Like West Virginia wins this game, they could turn their season around or get it going a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, I'm just not going to steer. I don't feel confident enough to send our listeners to bet WVO.
I feel it.
That's fair. Alex, betting with your mind. I like it. Betting with your mind, not your emotions on that one.
Exactly.
Your gut pick was Wisconsin, and you've left it at that.
Yeah, I don't have two sillies.
Two sillies. Next, we have Georgia minus 4.5 at Tennessee, over under 49.5. I suspect that Jim has a strong opinion here.
I'm hammering Georgia.
That's not what I expected you to say.
I'm the opposite way on that one.
Tennessee doesn't have their quarterback.
I'm just saying.
I don't know who's waiting in the wings in Tennessee. I don't know the too deep for Tennessee Volunteer football.
I'm sorry, Georgia. Tennessee doesn't have their quarterback. Tennessee's not playing on all cylinders anyway. I get there in Tennessee, but it's Georgia.
It is.
Next, are you sure that he's out, Aguilar?
I'm pretty sure. At least that's what I saw yesterday.
He's pretty sure, Neme. He's hammering Georgia. Pretty sure.
I mean, I can't go against him. He texted me yesterday, or texted me today, to trust him.
Aguilar?
No, Neme.
Oh, I was like, wait a second. Hold on a second.
Well, I just brought up their injury report, and I don't see him on it.
I didn't think he was, but I didn't want to
if that's the only reason you're taking Georgia, rethink. If it's not, if there's other reasons, stay with Georgia. That's all I'll say about that.
I just didn't want to I didn't think so, but I was like, wow, maybe I don't know something, but I'm still sticking with it.
Think the Facebook got me.
Jim, is this where you actually follow your emotional support humans guidance?
Neme, what you think, buddy?
I don't know. No comment on that one.
He did say if the only reason you were doing that was because Aguilar was not playing, you may want to rethink your decision.
That is all I said. I didn't say to change your pick. I didn't say not to pick him. I just said if you're only taking Georgia because you think Aguilar's hurt, you might want to rethink that because I don't think he's hurt. That's it.
I think I'm still hammering Georgia.
All right.
That's fair.
Stays with it. We will revisit
this
next week.
In Tennessee.
I like the under, by the way. I think I don't like Georgia's quarterback much. Aguilar, not a huge fan of. Sounds like a game where they just it feels like the Ohio State Texas game from week 1 where they just three yards in a cloud of dust at each other for 3 quarters and then figure out who's going to win at the 4th quarter. But we'll see.
Oregon State at Texas Tech. Texas Tech favored by 24.5, over under 61.5. This was directed squarely at Jim and Alex.
Go ahead, Jim.
I don't see any reason why they don't win by 24.5. Oregon State sucks.
Texas Tech's good.
And they like to score points.
Yep. And they want to show they're good.
Yeah, I'm probably going to bet that.
All right. Alex, are you also in that corner?
I don't fall for it. I don't know. I'm betting it.
Texas Tech's good, but maybe not that good. Villanova at Penn State. Nittany Lions favored by 48.5, over under 55.5. I've committed to this.
Say it, Jim.
I will be betting Penn State to cover.
Oh, I was saying Jim to say it because I didn't think he would do it for the 3rd week in a row, but you're here now.
I'm here. I said on this week's Sunday recording for Monday that I would do it, and held true to my word. Penn State to cover 48.5, hosting Villanova.
Ain't no fucking way.
Oh, here we go.
You can take Villanova plus the points then. Jim?
I might. I might. I'm thinking about it.
No, there's no
I have a shot
way.
on blast right now, Muff.
You said that you made this
I have
seem
to
like it was the
eliminate
lock
something. I
of
have
the
to eliminate
century.
something.
The lock of the century. You will not put in there.
I
Battle
have to eliminate
Bobs.
something first, Muff. You're not going to bait me.
I didn't bait you. You're the one that said it.
I can feel it, but that doesn't have to be in my best bet category.
It's not gonna fucking happen yet. I will
It's
not
not.
make this a best bet.
It's not going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Jim said it. Not gonna happen. Okie dokie. 49-7, Jim. That's the score that's being predicted there.
I don't see it happening.
Okay. South Florida at Miami. Miami favored by 17.5 over to 56.5. Is there any type of overreaction to South Florida in this game?
Second week in a row, I'm asking why that line's like that. Last week they won the game. I didn't bet it though because it seems just like it just seems whacked. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. How are the lines not adjusting? But I guess it's a bad spot for South Florida off that win. Now at Miami. Miami's off a bye, so even worse.
Right.
Yeah, I'm probably staying away at that number.
Yeah, it just seems like a game that I don't want to I don't want to tangle with in this one. Arkansas at Ole Miss. Ole Miss favored by 7.5 over under 61.5. In lane we trust.
Staying away.
Jim, what do you think?
It's on there.
It's on there.
I don't know. I haven't scrolled down to look.
Yeah,
It's
you
on
say you
there.
have all
I'm
these
waiting
bets,
for-
but none of us have looked except maybe Alex.
Should I do it, Neme? Because it's on there. I'm putting it in there.
I think I would lean Ole Miss. Yes.
It's in there.
That was a lean. Wait,
I didn't
His-
need much to talk me out of it, Muff.
I lean, he bet. That's how it works. That's the support human. I lean, he bet.
you also leaned the Tennessee situation, and he bucked you.
And I might make a mistake.
A little different because I just wanted to make sure he had his facts correct with the quarterback situation. That was
Okay,
all.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm staying away from that one. Ohio at Ohio State. Ohio State favored by 31.5 over under 51.5. Jim is worried.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like Ohio State in this game.
I agree with Neme.
I don't
That
think
is
they're going
very
to
strong
take OU
consideration.
lightly. They're not going to take OU lightly. They know that they're playing well. They have things to work out, prove. Quarterbacks saying to sling it around. At home they play well. I think they kick the shit out of them, like 40-7, something like that.
I feel like if I hammered it hard, it would be disrespectful to Alex, and I can't do that.
It's up to you.
Why is that? Sorry, what's the OU coordination here?
Because OU beat the shit out of
Oh.
WU last week.
The shit out of is
Yeah.
not necessarily what happened there, Jim.
They won by like
I'm sorry,
5.
My fault. Just like what's his face didn't run through Jack
yeah.
Oh,
Sawyer.
would it bring this
My
up
fault.
again? Oh, Justin Fields runs through Jack Sawyer. Jim says,
Start
"Oh, he
arguing
didn't run through him.
semantics again.
He hit him on the 1.5-yard line and carried him through the end zone." I think that's running.
Carried him through the end zone.
into the
all
end
right.
zone.
I'm not
If we're
arguing
into the end
semantics
zone.
with you. I'm not gonna do this with you. Carried him.
Neme, did you watch this game?
Yeah, it was on one of my 5 TVs. No flex.
Did you see the play where Justin Fields rushed into the end zone?
I did, but I didn't know that was Sawyer.
Okay, doesn't matter who it was. How would you describe the attempted tackle and the result of that attempted tackle?
He did not make the tackle. That's all we'll
He
say.
did not make a tackle.
And then he's, I think, siding towards me.
I got you, Jim. He did not make the tackle.
Siding
Appreciate you,
towards
bud.
me. Next, we have Vandy at South Carolina. South Carolina favored by 4.5 over under 48.5.
I have South Carolina in there to cover.
Is there a game that you don't have in there right now?
That's what I mean, asshole. I have shotgun blasting. I got a full slate here.
You apparently do. I would lean that direction if forced. I'm going to stay away from this one overall, though.
Diego as a dog. Watch it. Another week. Diego as a dog. But I don't buy into narratives like that, but I probably won't touch that game. Gross.
Not that much of a dog. Florida at LSU. LSU favored by 7.5, over under 47.5. I feel like there's going to be a lot of money going towards LSU after last week.
Yeah, and I don't know that it's not wrong.
Where'd that one open up at?
I think I just did a double negative. I didn't mean to.
Open 6.5. No, it's
Oh,
7.
no, let's see. To be clear.
It's already gone a
Move
point in
move
LSU's
for a key
direction.
number of 7. Yes.
Yeah. Move through
I'd
7.
lean LSU.
I still lean LSU even at 7.5, but we'll see. Probably not. A&M, Texas A&M at Notre Dame. Notre Dame favored by 6.5, over under 49.5.
I haven't watched enough A&M, honestly.
Their quarterback got banged up last week. Maybe that's who Jim was thinking of.
No. Jim was very, very much
I have been
duped.
Yep,
he was had.
I was had.
He gets got sometimes by the socials.
The
We all get
social
got.
segment.
We all get got sooner or later.
They get me.
You play in the internet world, you're going to get got.
Yep.
I feel like this is going to be a fun game to watch. Alex, this will be a game that we could watch nighttime.
This will be.
Post WVU Pitt. We have an opportunity to catch maybe a decent game or two in the nightcap.
I agree.
But yeah, it's going to stay away though.
Utah. Marcel Reed will play. It says.
Okay. Was he on the injury report?
He's banged up. He left in the third quarter of last week in a game that they didn't need him, but he said he's playing.
All right. Next, Utah favored by 23.5 at Wyoming, over under 48.5. Cam Rising not playing.
Really?
Are we sure?
Neme, check the injury report, please.
I was going to ask why this game's on the list, but is that because of
Utah.
Cam Rising?
Well, yes, it's always going to be if Utah comes up for at least the next
play.
season or two. Cam Rising's name is going to be mentioned. But this is Utah, Wyoming. Utah favored by 23.5. I feel like this is a spot for Utah to cover.
Fair.
I mean, they were the hit stick pick week 1, and they did not disappoint.
True.
So, Texas State at Arizona State. Arizona State favored by 14.5, over under 59.5. Just if you told me Texas State at Arizona State, irregardless of what happened last week, I would say Arizona State 3 touchdowns plus. Is this an overreaction?
Yes. I mean, yes. Come on. 14.5 versus Texas State. I didn't even know that was a school.
We have East, South, West, and North Texas A&M. We also have the University of Texas, as well as Texas State University.
And that doesn't count all the other universities in Texas.
Texas State has played 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
They've scored 52 and they've scored 43 in their 2 games
against
Eastern Michigan and UTSA, UTSA is actually supposed to be decent.
Are they this year? Or are they the meeps on a downward trend?
I don't know. I thought they were supposed to be pretty good. So, but anyway, that's I'm just trying to explain the spread.
Yeah, it's again face value. If you would have asked me, that does not mean that I'm going to go with Arizona State. I just did not expect that line.
No.
Minnesota at Cal. The nightcap, Cal plus 2.5, over to 42.5. I have no idea if anybody wants this.
I do.
There we go.
I think Cal. I like their quarterback. Minnesota hasn't played anybody going across the country. I think Cal gets it done. Well, we'll get there, but I think Cal.
So you're an anti-or the boater.
I'm going to sink that boat. Yes.
Boat is sunk. All right, that wraps up what our initial thoughts are in the NFL and in college football, which brings us to our best bets. And as the winner of last week, we start with Alex.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to go with 6 best bets. I'm going to take 3 and 3. So my 3 in college are going to be Houston minus 4.5 versus Colorado, Wisconsin plus 20.5 at Alabama, and Tennessee plus 4.5 versus Georgia. This is kind of my week of the underdog. Because I'm going to go with the Patriots plus 1.5 at the Dolphins, the Falcons plus 3.5 at the Vikings, and the Bucks plus 2.5 at the Texans.
It's next to move on to Neme.
I'm going to go with the sad Dabos laying 2.5. I think that line's gotten a little bit out of hand. Opened at like 6 or even like 8 preseason. So hopefully Clemson can get it done. Next, I'm going to go with Ohio State laying the 31.5 against OU. Like I talked about earlier, I think they come prepared. They don't take them lightly, and they stomp on them. Georgia, Tennessee, I'm going to take the under 49.5. I think it's going to be a slugfest. Punch each other in the face for 3 quarters and then figure out who's going to win. As I just said, Minnesota at Cal. I'm going to take Cal getting the 2.5. I think they went outright. Minnesota coming into their house. I like their quarterback. Texas State, Arizona State. I'm going to take the over 59.5. As we just saw, Texas State can score. Arizona State, Sam Levitt might throw the ball over the field. I think that's a really good bet. I like the over. And then I'm going to take the Bengals minus the 3.5 for the only NFL bet of my best bets this week to crush the Jaguars. Even though the line's only 3.5, I think they win by 15 plus.
Yeah, I'm going next, but I mean, this is not the show nor the time nor the place, but I just want to call attention to the fact that the Pirates lost 2-1 on a Paul Skeens 5 scoreless innings, 8 strikeout start.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. I'm gonna say I give up on this season. I'm not giving up on the Pirates as a team, but what the actual fuck? Like I just
every year.
Yeah. Which leads into my best bets. I'm gonna take Arizona State plus the points 1.5, hosting Kansas State. Oregon to cover 28.5 at Northwestern. Penn State covering 48.5. Hosting Villanova. Ohio State covering 31.5, hosting the Bobcats of Ohio. Utah to cover 23.5, traveling to Wyoming. Lions to cover 6.5 in the NFL, hosting the Bears. The Bills cover 6.5, traveling to the Meadowlands, taking on the Jets. And the Chargers to cover 3, traveling to Vegas. Count that right. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 best bets. And no, I am not Jim.
I was going to say, that's a lot for you, Muff.
It is.
Feels good about it.
Make some early moves here. Jim?
I am taking in the NFL the Patriots money line to the Dolphins. The Bengals minus 3.5 against the Jags. The Raiders -3 the Chargers -3 at the Raiders. In the college realm, I'm taking Oregon minus 28.5 against Northwestern. Georgia minus 4.5 at Tennessee. Texas Tech minus 24.5 at Oregon State. And Ole Miss minus 7.5 against Arkansas. South Carolina minus 4.5 at Vandy. 8.
Jim, make sure you clean up your bets.
Yeah.
Graphics guy, appreciate you.
All right.
That leads us into our specialty picks, starting first with the Mike All-Stop Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
Pow, 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 pow.
Pow, 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 pow. Do we have any common picks to start our discussions? Talked about the Chargers, maybe?
The Ohio State pick's not bad either.
Alex did say it was fine. We would just need Muff on board with that.
With what?
Ohio State.
No, he's on it.
I mean, Jim's the one that put it on there, and he doesn't even bet it. He's worried. He said he's scared of the Ohio Bobcats, and yet he puts it out there for the world.
Do you, buddy? Do you?
All right. Not that one. Moving on.
I'm fine with the Chargers.
Neme's the only one.
Chargers -3. That's fine. Good. Pow.
Wow.
Thank you. The Mike All-Stott hit stick pick of the week is the Chargers to cover 3, traveling to Vegas. Next is the swift kick to the Killatrav wrist dick. Oh, jeez, we got to start over. The swift kick to the Killatrav dick risky pick of the week.
Oh,
shake it off. Shake it off.
Oh, yeah. It hurts.
Well done, boys. Well done. Do we have anybody plus points?
I have a ton.
I have Cal.
You have
5 of
Cal.
my 6 are plus points.
Oh wow, Alex did good. Good go heavy there.
Alex has Tennessee. I don't mind the Falcons.
I may put up a red flag to that one.
Fair.
I would rather go the Bucks before the Falcons.
I'm fine with the Bucks as well.
Personally, if that is agreeable to the group.
Jim?
The group includes you, Jim.
Say it one more time. What are we picking?
The Bucks.
Yeah. Sure.
I know it's against your team, so that's why I want to give you final veto authority there.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right, the swift kick to the Killatrav Dick risky pick of the week is the Bucks money line as a dog, traveling to take on the Texans. And in the Buddy Lay Parlay,
Yippee.
we automatically get the Chargers to cover 3 traveling to Vegas, and then we start worst to first this week, Jim.
Oregon minus 28.5 at Northwestern.
Then we go to me. Neme wins that based on
Wrong
his
one,
overall.
Muff. Wrong one, Muff.
Thank you. Who I will go with Ohio State to cover 31.5.
Ooh.
Now we go to Neme.
I'm going to go with the Bengals to defeat the Jags.
And we finish off with Alex.
I'm going to go with the Falcons plus 3.5 the Vikings.
All right. Buddy Lay Parlay is the Chargers covering 3, traveling to Vegas, Oregon covering 28.5, heading to the land of Chicago. Ohio State to cover 31.5 against the Bobcats of Ohio. Bengals to cover 3.5, hosting the Jaguars, and the Falcons plus the points 3.5, heading to Minnesota. Jim, front and center, buddy. It's time for Jim's
I know, I was thinking deep on this.
Super Dog.
Super duper. Give me South Florida.
Ooh.
That would have been nice last week.
Yeah, bigly.
Bigly.
Could have been a win, but I don't think anybody was really in that camp last week of this group, at least.
Nope.
All right, that brings us to let's do Survivor. Let's go Survivor, and then we'll end with Alex and I going through an absolute dumpster fire of picks. Week 2 NFL Survivor, as we stated earlier, Jim has been banished because the Patriots could not get it done this week. Alex, Neme, and myself all are going to have 3 different teams.
To recap, Jim took the Patriots last week and they did not win. So that's why he's off the island.
Off.
All right, Neme, start it off. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Again, the whole point of the Survivor is to not just win between us 4, but their whole point is really to take it one team the whole year. You can't use them again. So obviously the Ravens all sound really good this week. They're 11-point favorites. They should easily win, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to go with the Cardinals, and I'm strategically doing that to set up a future where I could take the Ravens in a spot where maybe people don't have them. Not as many people have them left. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals this week as my Survivor pick.
Alex?
I am going to just try to keep surviving, so I'm going to take the Ravens right now.
Ravens it is.
I'll deal with
Alex.
the consequences of my actions later.
Just got to get to week 3. That's the goal.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Bills. Again, as Neme's saying, this is a team that could probably get in a spot many weeks, but I'm gonna latch onto in week 2. So I have the Bills. Alex has the Ravens, and Neme has the Cardinals. All right, Alex, you get the distinction of going first this week and talking about the NFL journey to 272 games.
All
Run
right.
through who you got.
So I'm going to take the Commanders plus 3.5 at the Packers. I'm going to take the Ravens minus 11.5 versus the Browns. The Rams minus 5.5 at the Titans. The under 47.5 in the Bears at Lions. Bills minus 6.5 at Jets. Cowboys minus 5.5 at versus Giants. 49ers Saints under 40.5. Patriots plus 1.5 at the Dolphins. Bengals minus 3.5 versus the Jags. The Seahawks Steelers over 39.5. Broncos minus 2.5 at the Colts. Cardinals minus 6.5 versus the Panthers. Eagles Chiefs over 46.5. Falcons plus 3.5 at the Vikings. Bucks plus 2.5 at the Texans. And the Chargers minus 3 at the Raiders.
Now go rest your throat.
Yeah. Say that seemed like a lot. It seems very stressful. If WVU pulls off a win on Saturday, just don't expect Alex to be able to talk until maybe Wednesday.
Like next month.
Yeah. If this transpires, I will give everybody some live look-ins Saturday night of Alex's voice.
It will not be great.
What are you guys doing Saturday night after the game? Is the game at night? No.
No, it's at 3:30. It's an afternoon kick.
What you got going on after? You
It
guys,
depends.
That's to be determined. I think that's based on the mood of the situation. There's no plans.
Gotcha.
The plans are to be in and around Morgantown, but there are no specific plans of what we will be doing.
What do you usually do, like when you guys go to the games? Like after
It varies.
okay,
It really does. There's some games that we've come back. There's some games where we stay with Baltimore Guru Keith and his wife just outside of Morgantown. Yeah, it really just kind of is what it is. But we will be in and around Morgantown. Just what are we doing? TBD.
We'll let the win take us.
Indeed. All right. In my journey to 272 bets, which needs a bit of a kick in the Kilotrav dick, I'm going to go Commanders Packers over 48.5, Browns plus 11.5, going to Baltimore, Rams to cover 5.5, traveling to Tennessee to take on the Titans, Lions to cover 6.5, hosting the Bears, Bills to cover 6.5 at the Jets, Giants plus 5.5, traveling to Jerry World, 49ers money line at the Saints, Patriots money line at the Dolphins as an underdog, Jags Bengals over 49.5, Steelers money line as a favorite. It's a money line favorite pick there within my threshold there. Colts plus 2.5 hosting the Broncos, Cardinals minus 6.5 hosting the Panthers, Eagles Chiefs under 46.5 in a tightly contested early season marquee matchup. Vikings money line hosting the Falcons. Bucks money line is an underdog traveling to Houston to play the Texans. And the Chargers to cover 3 traveling to Vegas.
pow pow.
Alex, we will be 32 games into our journey.
I have our 272.
Get excited if you aren't already. All right, that wraps up this week's rendition of Sports Stuff Betting Stuff. As a reminder, you can follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding ding.
Get that bell on. Hopefully it's a dinner bell with all the steak, all the fixins, hanging around for you after a great weekend of football and hopefully a
Payday.